Imagine sitting on a merry-go-round.
As you spin, you might feel as though you could be pulled right off your horse.
What causes this feeling? It's an apparent force called the centrifugal force.
The thing to remember about centrifugal force is that it only works when something is moving in a circle. In other words, you feel the centrifugal force when seated on a merry-go-round, but your friend watching you from the ground doesn't. A lump of clay on the pottery wheel experiences centrifugal force just like you do when you're riding on a merry-go-round. The clay really wants to fly off the wheel when you start pushing the pedal to make it turn. It's the potter's job to counteract this force and keep the clay on the wheelhead. If we increase the speed of the wheel, the centrifugal force increases. It requires the potter to apply even more force on the clay with their hands to keep it from flinging off the wheel. Another part of working on the pottery wheel is dealing with friction from touching the clay. The potter always has a bucket of water nearby to keep the clay wet and slippery. If the clay gets too dry, there is more friction between the potter's hands, and the clay and the piece could collapse. Too much friction also makes the potter's hands and the clay hot. The potter has a difficult job working with clay on the wheel. Their hands almost do a dance with the clay, keeping a balance between clay too wet to work with or too dry and creating friction. The potter also has to fight against the centrifugal force of the turning wheel in order to keep the pieces rising upwards rather than outwards.
Students often think that just because throwing pottery on the wheel is fun, it should be really easy. Be patient with yourself. I hope this video helps next time you're on the wheel.